What is up, Leo? How y'all doing, man? It is time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's happening with you guys for the first week of July. First week of July. So remember, the weekly check-ins are just a short, sweet, energetic overview, okay? For those of you who are in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that in the description of this video. Don't forget, y'all, I'm doing something new now. Something totally new, different than anything I've ever done before. I'm doing general personal readings. And I've been telling all the other signs, dude, I've been blown away by the positive feedback I've been getting from those. I didn't expect it to get that big of a response, but people are loving that. So, yeah, if you need a reading, but you don't know what to ask, you don't have any questions, there's a section on my website where you can just go pick a topic for love or career or both, and I'll do the rest. Simple. And another thing too is this isn't a limited time thing. I know I do little specials every now and then and run little sales and do little limited time special things. No, this is going to be on my website from now on, okay? So all the information is in the description. All right, let's just see what's going on with your situation and the person you're dealing with in the first week of July. What's going on with Leo's situation in the first week of July, universe? What's going on with Leo's situation in the first week of July? Oh, shit. Lover's card reversed. Hang on. Let me see what else comes through. Could be a Gemini for some of you. Ah, there we go. That's it. Boom. Death card reversed, though. That's interesting. Ten of Cups reversed. Ah, okay. So with the Three of Wands there, I kind of feel like this person, for whatever reason, is waiting to hear from you. It's almost like they expect communication from you. And when the Three of Wands comes out, I always have to ask the same question. Have you all done this before? Have you done this before? Because the Three of Wands has some confidence behind it. In the Three of Wands, this dude here is waiting for his ships to come in, okay? He's not wondering if his ships are coming in. His fucking ships are coming in. He knows it, and he's standing there waiting. So it's like this person's waiting for you to come forward with confidence. And the only thing that makes logical sense to me is that the only reason they would be so confident is if you've done it before. But I know a lot of you haven't, so I don't know. I do think this person do got feelings for you, though. They do. But with that Lover's card reversed, it feels like the connection between the two of you has been like severed. It's just not quite as strong as it used to be. And in the scenario that you all did come back together, if you do, you would notice immediately that the energy is different. Immediately. It wouldn't take long at all for you to realize that this does not feel the same anymore. So, yeah, okay. But, I mean, Three of Wands, waiting. Waiting. Let me see this person's truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. What's their deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What kind of person are they in general? Ooh. That's not a card you want to jump out in somebody's energy. I don't know if y'all know anything about the tarot, but the Seven of Swords is the liar, the cheater, the sneaky, deceitful, manipulative little fuckbag. Death reversed again. So it's like they're planning for a reconciliation attempt. Whoops. Three of Wands again. See, they're waiting on you. Lovers reversed again. Dude. Yeah. They're waiting. They already know what they want to say to you. I think that if they saw what they would consider to be a good opportunity, they would slide right up in there. But other than that, they're just waiting to hear from you. I think what it is with the Lovers card reverse there is that they are just dying to know how you feel about them. Just dying to know. It's hard to say whether or not they're actually trying to get back with you. And then I hate it when that message comes through. And this message comes through a lot, honestly. I mean, if I had to make a list of the top 5 most common messages that comes through when I read somebody's intentions, this is on that list. I just want to know how you feel. That's it. They're not thinking past that. See, matter of fact, they're trying to find somebody new. They got their options open. But they just want to know how you feel. Just to know. Just to scratch that itch. Just because they're curious. You know? So I don't even really think they know what their intentions are, but I don't think their intentions are to come forward and be open, honest, vulnerable, you know, and no. If anything, what they're probably planning on doing is playing a game with you, you know? Like, they would probably love for you to come chasing after them, but not so the two of you can get back together, because it would make them feel better about themselves, so they could run from you, so they could reject you. Can't stand that childish ass shit, man. All right, well, let's just get the advice on this, man. Let's get the advice. Advice. What is the best advice? What advice do we have? A world card. Well, you're going to have to somehow find closure. Somehow. Yeah, I think you're probably going to have to find your own closure in here. When a person's in that energy, look, we got 2 of Wands here. When somebody's in that energy, you ain't going to get closure by talking to them. It's just not going to happen. This person's not going to give you closure. Now, it probably wouldn't hurt to shoot this person a closure message. I'm always for that. But you got to check your energy before you do that. Okay? You got to make sure you are rock fucking solid before you do that. Because if they start trying to play with your feelings, play with your emotions, play games with you, manipulate you, and you ain't solid, dude, it's going to be a nasty mess of drama that you don't even want to be a part of. And closure is the last thing you're going to get. The last thing. So that's what I would say. I would say check your energy. Check with yourself. Ask yourself, could this person trigger me if they wanted to? Because you know that a toxic manipulator is going to do everything they can to try to trigger you. They're going to try to trigger you. They're going to try to get a reaction out of you just to see if they have any kind of emotional power over you. And if you ain't solid with yourself and they trigger you, they win. They win. So if you're not solid, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Just stay away from it then. Stay away from them. Some people get a little bit kind of embarrassed and ashamed when they admit that. Like when I have a client on a Zoom call, it kind of like people tend to kind of feel ashamed of that. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of. What would be to be ashamed of is if you put yourself in a situation without paying attention to your energy. You know, I can tell you right now, just me in regular everyday life, I know 4 people right now off the top of my head that I will not go around because I know that I'm going to fucking break their jaw. I know I will. There's no question about it. They're going to get their fucking jaw broke if I see them. So I stay away from them. I'm not going nowhere near you. It's not worth the fucking karma that would create. Definitely not worth catching a fucking charge. Are you kidding me? It just does nothing for you. That would fuck up my whole energetic pathway moving forward. It's just not worth it. That's the spiritual thing. The spiritual thing is energetic awareness. You don't have to be glowing and floating on a cloud to be spiritual. Being spiritual means you're aware of your energy. If I know that I'm about to break your fucking jaw, I'm not coming near you. I'm not coming nowhere near you. I'm not avoiding you because I'm scared of you. I'm avoiding you because I'm scared of what I'll do to you if I lose my temper. You know, that's the spiritual way to look at it. See what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just check with yourself and be honest with yourself. Okay? All right. Let's shift gears here. Let's see what's coming in for the singles in the first week of July. What's coming in next for Leo? What's coming in for the single? Boom. Ooh, the Emperor. Some of y'all got an Aries headed your way. Hang on a second. That's not a very action-packed card, so let's see. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. Blue, de blue, buddy blue. 4 of Wands, Ace of Cups. Okay. Some of y'all got a Pisces headed your way. All right. So I am seeing you connecting with somebody. Now, this is the weird thing, okay? Because we do have the Ace of Cups, but we got the Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, both reversed. So I wouldn't call this person a professional communicator, if you know what I mean. Not a very good communicator. So it's hard to say. There's so much back and forth here. If there's one thing that drains me and gives me a headache when I'm reading, it's back and forth. You know, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So like when we have the Ace of Cups in the upright and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the Emperor in the upright and the Death in the reverse, the World in the upright, the Star in the reverse. It's like 2 cars with their rear bumpers tied together trying to drive in opposite directions, you know? So it's hard to say if this is really taking lift off and picking up and getting up off the ground. It's tough to say because just this person's a shit communicator, you know? It's like that thing where, you know, you end up talking to somebody, communicating with somebody, and you be thinking that, hey, this is just a new friend or a new acquaintance or whatever, and come to find out they got a big old fucking crush on you and tension is building and you never even knew because they were such a horrible communicator. That's kind of what this feels like, you know? Let's see what their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions are. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What's their energy look like overall? What kind of person are they in general? 2 more shuffles, 2 more. Three of Pentacles. Okay, Ten of Cups reverse, though. Five of Pentacles. So, they are very interested in you. Very much so. King of Cups. They got real strong feelings for you. But they have a fear of abandonment, a fear of rejection. And so it's like they're afraid of settling down. More back and forth shit, okay? I want to be in a relationship, but I'm afraid to get in a relationship. I'm lonely, but I'm afraid of falling in love. I want to be with somebody, but I don't want to get hurt, you know? So this person's very confused and very conflicted within themselves. And they have very low self-confidence, little to no self-esteem. They got trust issues, serious trust issues. They were absolutely fucked over very badly in the past. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't we all been? I know I have. But if you ain't healed from that, leave people the fuck alone until you've done some healing. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's see how this situation plays itself out. How's it playing out? Ooh, Ace of Wands. 10 of Wands. That's what I thought. So, this connection is going to take off. But, how do I say this? It's going to take off, and it's probably going to start off as like a friendship, or, you know, like this is just some kind of acquaintance, but they're not communicating, you know? So it's not taking lift off and turning into a relationship. You may be completely unsuspecting as to what this person even wants from you, you know, and tension is starting to build. It's like friend zone energy. It's what this kind of feels like, you know? And usually these types of situations are gender specific, because we know that 9 times out of 10, it's usually a woman who sticks a man in the friend zone. 9 times out of 10. Doesn't have to be that way, but very generally speaking, the majority of the time, that's the way it plays out. You know, there's a man that really, really wants to be with this woman, but he doesn't say nothing. He's quiet. He's shy. She sticks him in the friend zone, and he's just waiting for his chance. Not saying nothing, just waiting for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and months and months and months and months and months. And I've seen men wait years, and the woman has no clue. She is completely oblivious. Other men try to tell her, hey, you know he's just trying to fuck you, right? Oh, no, he's not. You don't know him. He's not like that. Yes, he is. And then it turns out later on down the line, the tension has built so intensely that, boom, it blows up. You know? That's the sort of energy that I'm seeing here. I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen or how it's going to happen, but on an energetic level, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. So, wow, that's weird. Haven't seen that message come through in a while, honestly. Let's get the advice on this then. Let's get the advice. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, King of Wands. Okay, hey, don't ignore red flags. Okay. Don't ignore red flags and don't ignore the truth. Don't ignore facts. Okay. And listen to your intuition. And here's another thing I've been having to tell a lot of people here lately. Don't sit around and waste a bunch of time trying to overthink your intuition, okay? If the energy feels off, it doesn't matter why it feels off. If it feels off, something negative is going to manifest. No matter why it feels off. No matter why. I don't care if you're intuitively picking up on something that's off about that person, or maybe you're just paranoid and tripping and projecting your own PTSDs and trauma onto them, or if the two of you are just such a vibrational mismatch that y'all are incapable of picking up what each other's putting down. Doesn't matter why it's off. If it feels off, something negative is eventually going to end up manifesting. Period. Doesn't matter. So when you start feeling that little tension kind of building, something feeling off, something feeling funny, don't ignore that. Don't push that to the side. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. So, yeah, you want to avoid any messy, nasty conflicts. If somebody can't communicate to you directly, that's not somebody you need in your life. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is down here in the description. And don't forget, y'all, I'm doing something brand new, man. Brand new. This is totally new to me. It's totally unlike anything I've ever done before. But I got them general personal readings now. And the positive feedback that I've received since I started this has blown my mind. I feel kind of stupid. I should have been doing this all along. I had no idea that they would get the response they've gotten. But yeah, so I'm a little late to it, but I got general personal readings now. So if you need a reading, but you don't know what to ask, or you don't have any questions, I got you. You can just go to my website and pick the topic that you want read, and I'll do the rest. And it's not a limited time thing either. So you know how sometimes I'll do something for a week or for a month. No, this is going to be on my website from this point moving forward. So, all right, y'all, I'm out of here now. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.